Hello, everyone. I'm James. Welcome back to Easy English for You. Today is a very special day. I have a guest with me. Her name is Jenny. Jenny works as a professional interpreter. That means she listens to someone speak in one language and then immediately says it in another language, live, in real time, no pause, no dictionary. Jenny, welcome to the show.
Thank you, James. I'm really happy to be here.
Jenny, I want to start with a story. You told me something last week from a real meeting. Can you share that with our listeners?
Oh, that story. Yes. Okay. So I was interpreting at a big business meeting. A foreign CEO was speaking to the whole room, and he said, "Let's go ahead and kill this plan." And I stopped just for 1 second.
You stopped in the middle of interpreting?
Yes, because my brain heard the word kill, and for 1 second, my brain went to the wrong place.
The wrong place? But wait, what does kill this plan actually mean? In business English, kill a plan just means stop it. It means let's end this plan, nothing more.
Yes, exactly. But that one word, kill, pulled my brain in the wrong direction for 1 second.
So even a professional interpreter has that moment.
Every single interpreter has a story like that. Everyone.
And this story is exactly the heart of today's episode. We are not translating words. We are understanding meaning.
Yes, that is everything.
Okay, Jenny, let's go back to the beginning. How did you become an interpreter? Because I think your story is going to surprise people.
It might, because it is really not a typical story. Before this job, I worked at a regular company. I was on the marketing team.
Marketing? That is so different from interpreting.
Very different. I worked there for about 5 years. My English was okay. Not great, just okay.
And you never lived in another country?
Never. I grew up here. I studied here. I worked here. No special English school, no year abroad, nothing like that.
So what changed? What was the moment?
One day, my boss came to me and said, "Jenny, we have a meeting with a foreign client tomorrow. Can you help with the English?"
And you said yes?
I said yes. Big mistake.
Why? What happened?
The client spoke very fast, very natural English. I understood maybe 60%, but I had to speak 100% of what he said.
That 40% gap.
That gap felt like falling into a hole. After the meeting, I felt so embarrassed. I thought I was good at English, but I was not ready for real English.
I think every single one of our listeners knows this feeling. You study for years, but when a real moment comes, the gap appears.
Yes, and that day I made a decision. I want to really understand English, not just study it on paper.
And that decision changed everything.
Everything.
Okay, now people always imagine the interpreter life is very exciting. Beautiful rooms, important people, big events.
Yes, that is exactly what I imagined too.
And the reality?
The reality is, yes, those things do exist. Sometimes I interpret for very important people at very big events. And in those moments, it truly feels amazing.
But
For every 2 hours I spend in that room, I spend maybe 20 hours preparing at home alone.
20 hours for 2 hours of work.
Yes, because I have to understand the topic first. If today's event is about medical technology, I study medical technology the night before. If tomorrow is about the economy, I study the economy.
So every day you become an expert in a completely new area.
Every day, a new area, and then the next day, a different one.
And the money? People always wonder.
It depends on the event. A big conference, a full day, the number can look very impressive.
But
But people see the 2 hours on stage. They do not see the 20 hours before. So when you think about the real hours, it is much closer to a regular job than people think.
that is a very honest answer. I respect that.
And after a long day of interpreting, my brain feels like a phone at 0% battery. I go home and I cannot watch anything, I cannot read anything. I just sit in silence.
0%. Complete shutdown.
Complete shutdown every time.
And yet, you keep going back.
I keep going back because every day my brain grows, and that feeling is impossible to find anywhere else.
Beautiful. Okay, most important question. Our listeners study English hard for a long time, but speaking and listening are still so difficult. What do you think is the real problem?
The real problem. Okay, this might surprise people. Most people study English to speak English, but they forget the most important skill.
What skill?
Listening. Real listening. Not just hearing words. Understanding what the person actually wants.
So it is not about the words on the surface.
Not at all. Let me show you something simple. James, I will say a sentence. You tell me what the person wants, okay?
Okay, go ahead.
I was wondering if maybe you could send that file a little later.
They want me to send the file later.
Good. Now, how does an interpreter hear that sentence? We do not translate every word. We just ask one question in our head. What does this person want? And the answer is simply send later.
Just send later. 2 words.
2 words. That's the whole meaning. All those other words, I was wondering if maybe you could send, those are just polite words. They are not the real message.
So the real message was inside all those words.
Yes, and once you train yourself to hear the real message, English becomes much less scary.
Because you stop trying to catch every single word.
Exactly. You just catch the meaning.
And this connects to something very deep.
It is a simple idea, but it changed how I listen forever.
There's an old idea from Eastern philosophy. Think about a cup of water. If the cup is already full and you pour more water in, what happens?
The water comes out everywhere.
Yes, and our mind works the same way. When we listen to English, most people's minds are already full of their own language, full of grammar rules, full of worry. Is this word right? Did I hear that correctly? What does that mean? The cup is already full, so the real meaning of what the other person is saying cannot get in.
This is exactly what happens when I interpret badly. When my mind is full of worry, I miss the meaning completely. I have to make my mind very quiet first. No opinions, no judgment, no thinking about myself. Just receive, like an empty cup.
An empty cup. And I think this is why so many people say, I understand English when I read it, but in a real conversation, I cannot follow. The reading mind is quiet. The conversation mind is full of fear.
Full of fear. Full of trying to be perfect.
And trying to be perfect actually makes you stop talking. When you wait for the perfect sentence, the conversation moves on without you.
Yes, this was my biggest mistake for so long. I tried to be perfect, and perfect made me silent.
Perfect made you silent. Listeners, I want you to hear that again. Trying to be perfect made Jenny silent. and Jenny is now a professional interpreter. So if trying to be perfect stopped her, think about what it might be doing to you right now.
I said, I am just not good at English, so many times. And that sentence is a lie.
That sentence is the real enemy. Not the grammar, not the vocabulary. That one sentence, I am just not good at English. Okay, let's talk about your real study method. No special school, no time abroad. What did you actually do?
I made many mistakes first. I tried grammar books, vocabulary lists. Very hard, very boring. Reading and writing got a little better, but listening and speaking, almost nothing changed.
So what turned things around?
A conversation with a friend. She asked me, Jenny, do you brush your teeth every day? I said, yes. She said, do you exercise every day? I said, no, sometimes when I have time. She said, that is your English problem right there.
Oh, that is sharp.
She said, you treat English like exercise. You do it when you feel ready, when you feel motivated. But you need to treat it like brushing your teeth.
Every day, no matter what.
Even on the worst days, even when you are tired, even when you feel like nothing is working, you still brush your teeth.
Because you do not think about it. It is just what you do.
It is not about motivation, it is just habit.
And motivation goes up and down every single day. But habit stays.
When I started treating English like brushing my teeth, everything slowly began to change.
Can I add one thing here?
Please.
Many people feel this. I missed today, so I failed. Maybe I should just stop. That thought, that one thought, is the most dangerous moment in your English journey. Not the day you missed, but the story you tell yourself after you miss.
I am just not good at English.
Yes, that story. That is what stops people. So what do you do on the days when you really cannot study?
I do 5 minutes.
Just 5 minutes?
5 minutes of English. That is all. On the hardest days, just 5 minutes.
Why 5 minutes?
Because 5 minutes is not 0.
0 kills a habit.
Exactly. 5 minutes keeps the habit alive. And the next day is easier because you did not quit.
5 minutes is not 0. 0 kills a habit. Please remember both of those. They will save you. Okay, last section. One practical tip. Jenny, what is one thing our listeners can do starting today?
Okay, here it is. Every morning before you look at your phone, open any news app. Read only the headlines, just the titles. 3 minutes, that is all.
Just the headlines?
Just the headlines. For example, rain expected this week. New phone model coming soon. Coffee prices going up.
These are very short and simple sentences.
Short, clear, real English. And news headlines use very careful words. Every word is chosen. Nothing is wasted.
So you get clean, simple English in a very small package.
Small package, every morning, 3 minutes. Before social media, before anything else.
Fresh brain, real English, 3 minutes.
Anyone can do this. No money, no special tool.
Simple enough to do even on a bad day.
Simple enough for every single day.
Like brushing your teeth.
Exactly like brushing your teeth.
Okay, final question, Jenny. One message for someone who feels like they will never be good at English.
I say this. You are not bad at English. You are just building the wrong thing.
Say more.
Most people build reading, build grammar, build vocabulary lists. But the thing that changes your real life is learning to listen with your whole self, not just your ears, your whole self. Empty cup, quiet mind, one question. What does this person want? Practice that 5 minutes a day, and one day you will surprise yourself.
Listen with your whole self. Jenny, thank you so much for being here today.
Thank you, James. This was truly so much fun.
And thank you all for listening. Today's one message is this: empty cup, quiet mind, 5 minutes a day. Now, one quick question for the comments. When you miss a word in English, do you stop or do you keep going? Just write A or B below. I read every single one.
Me too. I really want to know your answer.
If you want today's PDF summary, the membership link is in the description. And if this helped you, subscribe and hit the bell. Thanks for watching, and as always, keep going and keep growing.